Listen to her, she got a speaker.
Oh, that's
That
cheap.
building's got 4 acres of grass and 650 solar panels on the roof.
Yep.
There's the vet building.
Yep. There you go.
Good picture of that.
Yeah.
The great building on the left, if you ever see the Nashville on TV, they always like to talk about that around here. We call that the Batman building or the Bat Tower.
Yep.
Call it Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah. That's the tallest building in town. I believe the tallest building in the state.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what else you can do is you can say you had a fella ride this been in the Bat Cave, because I've worked on the cell tower system for AT&T, and I've worked on the system in that building.
Have you?
Yes. It's a distributed antenna system that goes up through the middle of the building and permeates the wireless signal from the inside out to cover all the offices. Yep.
This is so cool.
What about the radio towers up there?
Now, what'd you say the radio towers were?
Are they part of the telephone transmitting system?
Not usually.
Walk on.
What we have inside of there is a distributed antenna system, but the radio towers themselves will carry the FM and the AM modulations. Cell towers are a little different, or the cell antenna systems. Now you may have some T-Mobile or Verizon around here, but I know that building intimately, at least from the ground level down.
You ever meet Bob Longhauser?
No, but I know a few of the upper level, mid-level executives.
Oh, Bob's not bad. He works for LaSalle and somebody who do all the maintenance on the building.
Yeah.
He's in charge of all that maintenance.
Well, he might have gave me escort down there.
Yeah, he might have met me. They call him Cadillac Bob.
Yeah.
Over on the right, if you can see down through the parking lot, see a Johnny Cash mural painted on the side of that building. We had a kid around here in trouble about tagging buildings, and they hired him to do that. That's all done in black and white spray paint.
Oh, wow.
He's gone on to another building.
Yeah.
Opened a company up.
You see it down in there where it says Cash? Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
Whoa. There on the right, something new to Nashville. People living in the city, you know, 25, 30 years ago, nobody lived in town. This Encore building's a big condominium complex. We're getting a lot of old buildings turned into condos. Walk on.
Southern steak and oyster, when you eat there and you take a bite of steak, you go yee-haw. It's so good.
That's my favorite restaurant downtown. Our newest big building here is Pinnacle Tower. I tell everybody it's full of golf balls. Somebody said, no, it's an insurance agency. I said, well, it's still full of golf balls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see, we'll probably get a good view of it now.
Easy walk. Over here on the right, the old Shelby Street Bridge. When they built the new bridge about 10, 12 years ago, they were going to tear this down. They said they made a pedestrian crossing.
Oh, wow.
We call it the River Walk down there. You can walk across the river. It's one of the prettiest views of downtown Nashville. From up there, you can get on here down 2nd Avenue. They got some stairs and elevators.
Hats and boots.
Yeah.
So what people calls hats and boots, like a made in China type deal?
Yeah.
Right. Goo people over
You remember Goo Goos?
Goo Goos,
Oh, wow.
made here in Nashville.
Oh, I had never been there. I never had anything from there.
No. We're talking about the Goo Goo clusters. You never had one? It's like a peanut cluster with caramel and chocolate on it and all that.
I've never had it.
Oh man, you got to have a Goo Goo cluster.
Ain't that ice cream?
Maggie would have so much fun. She'd start singing along to this if we had her here.
Yeah.
The Opry Originals, what's that?
Yeah, it looks like a music store of sorts. There's Trail West.
Oh, there's some cowboy boots.
Uh-huh.
Got a little moonshine bar over here if y'all come try some white liquor out.
No, it's quite all right.
Moonshine margarita. Come around on Thursday afternoon, I play in that little place.
Yeah, we'd end up having to call Grumpy.
Well, there's the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Still want to eat there too when we move here, Rob. That's one place I want to eat. Here, man. Alright. I've been inside of the one in Florida.
He's up on top.
Oh,
See him? Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like you got that Roy Orbison down pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, he had quite a range, didn't he?
Go around on Sunday morning, we do a little bluegrass brunch in here from 10 to 1 in the morning. 10 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon.
Well, people, there's your football field.
Yeah, that's LP Field. Which we'll get there.
This is so pretty.
Whoa. Whoa. This place here is the newest club in town. Alan Jackson's one of the owners of this one.
Oh yeah?
Acme Feed Store.
Acme Feed Store, Acme Farm
And
Supply.
they're still calling it Acme Feed and Seed.
Uh-huh.
4 years ago, we had a real bad flood down here. You'd have been sitting underwater right here at the end of April.
Yeah, see? It's like, yeah, I was telling you about that.
Play guitar, about the bottom of the guitar was the high water mark of the river here.
Yeah. That was at the bottom of the guitar. That's how high the water
All the way
was.
from 3rd Avenue.
Yeah. That was what, 65 feet? Yeah, I know it was right on up there close to 60 feet.
I had a little restaurant with the road that 18 feet of water on top of that.
18 feet on top of your restaurant?
Well, 18 feet deep there.
Yeah. You might as well call it, well, yeah, you was underwater.
That's the reason I'm doing this now. That was my first retirement plan.
Yeah. Yep.
One time, it might have got up to 60 feet. I'm not real sure.
Yeah.
I was riding down the river the other day, looking at the markers, and right now it's sitting about 22 feet. That's way above that. It's way on down
Yeah.
Across the river, we used to have a theme park here.
So what's that right there? The
Well,
red.
St. Louis has the charts, and we got our big music note. Now, they took the bottom of them out while they're working on this boat landing over here. But that's our music note on the river. Whoa! And across the river there's the Tennessee Titans football stadium.
Yep, LP Field.
That's home of the Titans. This area we're in now is where the city was founded. About 150 yards up the road on that bluff, the original settlers came here in 1780. And the city took off in the 1820s with the advent of the steamboat. Walk on. Walk up here a little bit where you can see around here. Whoa. But the original settlers came here, and then the boats, you'll see old pictures of Nashville, they landed on this bank of land right here. You see the steamboats on it. As we come around here, this row of buildings, some of the oldest buildings in town. You still see the old arched doorways, old warehouse entrances for the steamboats here from back in the steamboat days. This is where Nashville originated and all grew out from here. Walk on.
Walk on.
Well, that's all right. I lived here a long time. I can tell you, I make up things sometime when I'm going around though. I'm going to ask the boss if he'll let me run y'all up there or not.
Okay.
I don't know if he will.
All right. Well, if he says no, no problem. We'll just jump off and I'll go grab the car, and it's a little bit of walk.
We can get another ride in that time, you know.
Yeah.
I think y'all be able to get a ride all the way back on your wedding day.
Yeah. Ask him if he's willing to give a wedding present and let you drop him off 2 blocks up.
Wow. It still takes me almost as much time to get back.
Oh, no, there's a hot pink cab now, guys.
Yeah.
This building right here on the right, ahead of us, it's a Hard Rock KP gift shop. Now we call that Nashville's first honky tonk. That was the site of the first licensed bar in the city. That building goes back to the 1840s, I believe. It might be, it's one of the oldest buildings in town, still standing in town. Of course, it was originally put there for the river track. Walk on.
Thank you.
And as you look up 2nd Avenue, it's also part of this historic zone district. Storefronts look like they did back in the late 1800s, which I suspect back then they didn't have all those neon signs in them.
Yeah. Probably didn't have too many cars neither. More like hitching posts.
Not there.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of this sort of thing.
And there's famous Cotton Eye Joe.
That's funny.
Whoa.
As a matter of fact, if you want, why don't y'all